Welcome back to another episode of Who Let All These Damn Flies in My House. So we're having a thing with doors. It must be a door kind of month or something because we ain't got no doors. I'll show you. Let's start with the smallest of the things. So this door here, when we moved in, had this covering up the window. Well, we finally got a piece of glass in there. But that had nothing in it for a couple weeks. Yeah, you better run. This door came off. Well, we took it off and got sanded and, did the thing and a couple layers of paint, and that'll go back on, but we still got to do all this. It's a good thing we live in the country, when it rains, this all gets wet. Just put a towel down, whatever, Oh, that's the screen door for the front of the house that we don't use. I guess it looked better without it, even though we painted it. While we're on the subject of doors, here's a good entrance way for me to bring up, like and subscribe. The more you like the video, the more publicity I'll get out there, maybe get some more subscribers and post more videos because, yay, subscriber, and I'll make more videos. But, I'll keep making videos. And, if you subscribe, then every time you get on and I post a video, it'll show up in your feed, and then you won't miss anything of me and my, hack jobs that I do on the house. All right, more doors. And then there's this in the spare bedroom, the window door, the windor that we're calling it. Double doors, they open up like this. And those got taken off and they're being refurbished. Cars. Lady Dixon learned how to do some glass. I'll show you that in a second. But what I am working on right now is, you can see the Bondo spatula. Underneath here was all rotten, so we dug it all out. More cars. Dug it all out, got it to solid base. They had used tar, which that's, what they had back then. They didn't have like pure silicone, I guess, I don't know. But I crammed down Bondo, smushed it down. And then I realized this door needs to shut, and it's probably gonna not hit this. There's a little lip there. So I've got to mark this, cut it, and shave it down to this level so the door will fit. But let's go look at these windors. So here's one of the windors. Lady Dixon was going to replace this top portion, which was cracked. I think she cracked it when she was taking it out. It cracked. So she went to a place and paid them to make a new one, because this is a really, for someone that doesn't know what they're doing, that's a really tough cut right there for glass. Yeah, so I found out she spent $80 on it, and she was pushing it in because she set down her putty, was setting it into the putty, and it cracked. $80 piece of glass. Snap. So we decided to learn how to cut our own, and 3 or 4 more windows later, we got one in there. She got one in there. Good job, honey. But she learned. So I almost had one in there, and I cut one, and it just didn't fit like in this section here. So I went to go just nip a piece of glass off, and psh, snap. So I mean, it's not like I would have done it any better. So, trial and error. But yeah, so what I've got to do with this is I got to find where the hinge goes, measure down. That way I'll know when the window closes, it'll sweep, and I can cut that piece of wood. It'll sweep into there. And then I'll go cut it out. So let's go do that. I gotta need a lot of tools. All right, back to this beast. Oh, mailman. So, in order to not have to vacuum out everything in the registers, to make it easier for yourself, and then because I don't want to be standing on plastic and it's going all over the place, I'll put my cardboard down so now I can work. So, just so I didn't lose my paper with my measurements on it, I got them right there. I'm going to measure in. I'm going to draw my line. Probably have to take these screws out, which means I got to walk them down the stairs for the 374th time. And then I'm going to use the circular saw. I'm just going to bump it down to this gauge here. That way I know exactly where I need to go. And I'm going to plunge cut down and across. Then I'll finish it off with the oscillating, go down. And I'll come in with the oscillating bit and just, you know, get it all out of there. That's going to take forever. So I'm not going to bore you with that. I'm just going to get to work. So I made my plunge cut, you know, with the circular saw. It only got so far, and then I had to come in with the oscillating bit, finish it off. And then over here, I want to do sections. So I cut this piece off, and I went underneath, you know, here. And I went, smoke coming out and everything, and then I took this piece off. Does it look like crap? Yeah, but I also have to sand it, make it look nice. I got to fill these in, you know, make it look like it's all one nice piece. But I guess it could also look like it's part of that, but I want it to be weather tight, so I'm going to seal all of this. I'll do a couple more chunks, get it all out of there. Okay, well, looks like crap now, but, you know, sanding and all that. Let's go get a sander. Up and down the stairs for the, I don't know how many time. So I went a little deep in some spots with the oscillator, but, you know, the first coat of paint should fill that in, and then the second coat of paint will be fine. I can't get in the corners here with the round orbital, so I'm just going to go get some regular sandpaper and sand it, and I can't get up against this edge here, so I'm going to need the sandpaper too. Maybe I'll just get the block of sandpaper and some wood and, you know, do that. And then we'll start on filling in these gaps here. So I filled in the big crack there, kind of filled this in. I'm still going to caulk all of this sill because I want the water, if it gets in here, not to go down in. I want it to pool out that way. And on the outside of the door, I'm going to put a lip, so when the rain comes down, it'll fall off, land on here. And this is, I mean, I put a level on here. This is all sloped that way. It'll all run this way. And then in between here, I'm going to fill all this in. I may go with some oakum, if I can find oakum. Do they even make oakum anymore? I don't know. But yeah, I don't want to put blacktop on there because on a hot summer day, the black could, you know, activate again, and then you step on it, and then you're like tracking the stuff in all over, pop, 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 leaving marks. So maybe I will just do silicone caulk, just down in there, fill it with silicone caulk. That'll get hard. But I'll research, you know. But yeah, that's all I'm doing today. Maybe I'll go hang out outside, have a couple brews. Dixon does it. Peace out.